In the hip-hop world, the lyrics extend deeper than just artistic expression through music. For many, what they rap about is actually what they be about, or an extension of their true life. And therefore, there are far more horrific incidents in the hip-hop world than other genres. Since the late 90s, Eminem has often been at the center of controversy due to his risque lyrics, offending anyone and everyone. In this informative video, you'll become aware of the times Eminem's lyrics went too far. So tap that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell and share this video. Number 10. 18-year beef with Mariah Carey. Who would think that a dominant hip-hop star known as a lyrical genius who held the crown for the longest dynasty of winning the most awards would be so petty to bash the beautiful queen of pop who symbolizes sweet femininity? But it's true. Eminem and Mariah Carey have had beef until now. And with Mariah Carey's marriage to Nick Cannon, it had turned into a cheesy beef sandwich. However, Eminem didn't pop off the first lyrical shot. He actually only clapped back lyrically because Mariah Carey made the song Clown, that was in reference to Eminem being a sad, sulky basket case. It all started in a Rolling Stone interview in 2002 when Eminem was asked about his romance with Mariah Carey. Eminem, also known as Slim Shady, answered, "There's truth to that. But on the whole personal level, I'm not really feeling it. I just don't like her as a person." Mariah Carey strictly denied this romantic relationship and went on to release the song Clown. Plus, in 2003, Mariah Carey let that feud bleed on stage. And tit for tat, Slim Shady did the same in 2005 until in 2009, the lyrical genius made a single called The Warning, which popped harsh verbal bullets at Mariah Carey and her husband, Nick Cannon. After Eminem released The Warning, Cannon took to Twitter and made a blog post vowing revenge. But Cannon deleted the post and never followed up with a song. But that was irrelevant to the lyrical genius. Eminem soon after launched another diss song aimed at the dome of Cannon. In 2019, Nick Cannon and the rest of the world thought this beef was squashed. Nick even said that he and Eminem were cool, and Cannon dropped The Invitation, which was a 4-minute song and a proposition for Eminem to join Cannon on his show called Wild 'N Out. In response to this elaborate promo, Eminem figuratively just dusted the gunpowder off his shoulders by only leaving a tweet and dismissing Cannon like a speck of dust on his collar. In all the conflict, at the very least, Eminem didn't resort to rapping about punching Mariah Carey like he did with Lana Del Rey in 2014. Number 9. By default, Limp Bizkit gets dissed. If a little fling would turn into a decade-long feud, perhaps Eminem's friends would surely differ, right? Wrong. Limp Bizkit frontman Fred Durst and Eminem were actually good friends. But that brotherhood flipped when Limp Bizkit's DJ Lethal said that Everlast would beat Eminem in a fistfight on MTV. Fred Durst didn't comment on the matter. So Durst was trapped in the verbal wrath of Slim Shady due to guilt by association. And Limp Bizkit collectively were the victims of Eminem's diss track Girls, where he made several violent threats. On the other side of the coin, Eminem explained that while he was on tour alongside Limp Bizkit, DJ Lethal expressed his dislike for Everlast and urged Eminem to allow them to join the diss track to crush Everlast. However, after all arrangements were set for production, DJ Lethal and all of Limp Bizkit bowed out. Eminem said he didn't fret over them going back on their word. But what infuriated him was when DJ Lethal crossed the line and dissed Eminem on national TV. Number 8. Why Slim Shady dissed Christina Aguilera. In another bout of friends that led to foes, Eminem had to mention Christina Aguilera's alleged intimacy with Fred Durst on MTV in 1999. Right after shouting out his "My Name Is" video, Aguilera mentioned that Eminem was still married to Kim. It seemed as though that was some information that Slim Shady didn't want on the grapevine. So since Christina Aguilera aired out his laundry on television, he went tit for tat and displayed her secret naughty deeds in public on the real Slim Shady video where Fred Durst actually made an appearance. Number 7. Cannabis got busted. Slim Shady was dissed by Cannabis as well. Cannabis accused Eminem of ghostwriting LL Cool J's diss track against Cannabis called The Ripper Strikes Back in 1998. Eminem denied this claim, and at the Warped Tour festival, Cannabis apologized and offered collaboration on a song with Slim Shady. To no avail, Eminem declined. But that didn't stop the onslaught of LL Cool J and Eminem ending the career of cannabis. Number 6. Clowning on disabled children. How dare you? With his twisted persona, Slim Shady has belched repulsive lyrics about abusing disabled children. Lots of his lyrics made fun of handicapped people, including his callous lyrics about Christopher Reeve, who was paralyzed after being thrown off his horse in 1995. And even until 2004, Eminem made jokes about the accident. In 1997, Eminem was locked in several rap battles, and in some of his rhymes were interpreted as verbal assaults on disabled children. But he's a hip-hop star who has never physically crossed the line and has actually done lots for the cause. For example, Eminem has supported causes for child abuse, AIDS and HIV, at-risk disadvantaged youths, disaster relief, education, poverty, and refugees. And he's done this via charities like the 8 Mile Boulevard Association, Marshall Mathers Foundation, Save the Children, and Small Steps Project, which is an organization that helps impoverished children and families living in slums and dump sites. Number 5. Holier Than Thou, Will Smith diss. Will Smith don't have to cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I do. So bleep him and bleep you too. These were in the lyrics of Slim Shady's song, The Real Slim Shady. It allowed his fatherhood to be questionable, as it's only normal to teach children to be respectful and polite. Eminem has even featured his young daughter on a track that was far from PG-13. Will Smith noted that his success proved that rappers don't have to curse or threaten producers to sell songs, and responded on the song Mr. Nice Guy by saying, "Dissed by Eminem but didn't bother him. Yup, well he classy. Big Will just did another 20 mil. Walk right past E. I'm a nice guy, why y'all harassing me?" So we might want to ask Eminem if he allows his daughter to speak obscenities. Number 4. Threatening to have Moby jumped. Everyone who has listened to Slim Shady also knows that he has been harsh on homosexuals. Although he mentions it as nasty, controversial jokes, at the 2001 Grammys, Moby criticized Eminem's lyrics for being homophobic. Eminem, the self-proclaimed father of controversy, was able to offend multiple people in his song Without Me, in which he also told the band leader to blow him, called him old, and threatened to have his protege Obi Trice beat him. Even more, Slim Shady challenged Moby to a fight at the 2002 MTV Video Music Awards. Although they never fought, the quarrel was never settled. Number 3. Apparently, Ja doesn't rule. Dr. Dre's aftermath spawned Eminem, and his wild persona Slim Shady spurred to the forefront of the hip-hop nation. And with that clout, Shady Records was created in 1999. 50 Cent was one of the first artists to sign with Shady Records. As circumstances provoked, 50 Cent had a clash with Ja Rule. Chalk it up to the rules of the game, guilty by association. Slim Shady was dissed as well. And to make matters worse, Ja Rule insulted his ex-wife and daughter in the song Loose Change. Following the code of tit for tat, Eminem wrote and released a series of diss records like Haley's Revenge, Hail Mary, and Bully. These slanderous, crushing songs were one of the many reasons why Ja Rule failed to rule again. Number 2. Pistol whipping his ex's boyfriend. Would Eminem pistol whip his ex-wife's boyfriend? Why not? His ultra persona is Slim Shady, and his crew is the Dozen 12, although there are only 6 of them. They all toast to their extra personality. Either that's their gimmick or their true lives. What kind of person would actually be sued by his own mother? Would the real Slim Shady please stand up? Eminem was married to a lady often brought up in his songs named Kim, whom he married in 1999. They separated and remarried in 2006, then divorced again in the same year. Slim Shady made unflattering tracks about his ex-wife in his Marshall Mathers LP, which depicted him murdering her and dumping her body. Although he later apologized in 2017 on a track called Bad Husband, in 2001, Eminem pled guilty to charges of carrying a concealed weapon outside a bar in Michigan. He was sentenced to 2 years probation, and no criminal charges were brought for the assault. Number 1. Once you diss one, you diss all. After Slim Shady took a hiatus for years following the success of Marshall Mathers LP2, Eminem surprisingly revived his career with a freestyle at the BET Awards in 2017, where he made some disparaging remarks against the President of the United States and all his fans that support Trump. His remarks were enough to cause him to lose portions of his fan base while gaining others. And his breathless, uninformative rap rant caused him to get a visit from the Secret Service. To this day, many people now understand why they were never really a fan of Slim Shady. Which incident do you think is the most interesting? Leave your comments below, like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.